Hello, everybody. This is Howard the Teaser King coming to you with Week 7 of the NFL. I had a very good week in the pros last week. My lock won New England and San Diego, and I was very proud. San Diego won outright, getting 9.5 over Oakland. And besides last night, Oakland had lost every game since the team quit on Carr that night in Washington. Um, I've been staying away. I stayed away from the Atlanta, the Washington, the Denver, all these big spreads. You just can't play the big spreads in the pros. The most you can lay in a teaser, I think, is 3 and under. I think you're looking for the 7 down to 1, the 8s down to 2. I mean, unless it's just, Tom Brady against Cleveland and they're laying 12, you can get it under 7. That would be about it. Otherwise, you can't trust Washington as a 12-point favorite, or Atlanta, or Denver. Their quarterback's okay. I played the game under, the Denver game. I couldn't lay 6 points in the teaser, 7 points in the teaser. You can't do it in the pros. Yes, in college, not in the pros. One thing I am doing is I got 4 locks going this week, all in college, and I got at least I think 7 teasers in college. I think it's 13 or 14 picks, and they're very huge picks. They're all very good, at least 7 units. 15-star lock, 11-star lock, and 2 11-unit plays that I didn't lock, but I could. I'm offering a special. You buy the pros for 100. You get the college and all the locks included. So you'll get every pick. Normally it's 135 for every pick. So what I'm doing is saying, okay, for 100 you can have everything, because that's how strong the colleges and the locks are, and I still have some good pro plays to have. I could have a pro lock, but I'm not. There's nothing that really jumps out at me that says, yep, they're gonna win. I mean, I'm waiting for the Denver San Diego game to get a dog. I mean, I don't get that spread. I was hoping Denver was a 3-point favorite. I probably would have locked San Diego, but now the spread's even. San Diego's a 1. I don't know what to, so it's not there yet. I might find a lock if the line moves enough. So keep in mind, I'm watching the lines, and if they move to what I like, let's say it's a 10, moves down to 8, all of a sudden I love the game. See, I don't look at the money moving. I look at, this is the team I want, and now the spread's too high. But if the spread drops, and I like the team, and now it went from laying 5 to laying 2, now I love the game. So that's why I make a late pick, because I'm waiting for the line to move. So on the other hand, if the line's moving up, I might get the pick in early to say, hey, let's bet it now. I can see the line moving. So anyway, big special, so you can get everything. Like I said, for 100, normally 135. Again, if you just want the college, 75. The locks are 77. So you can go from there. Anyway, so just talking about the NFL, there's so many bad teams. I was looking at the standings, and I'd say out of 32 teams, probably 26, 27 have either 2 wins or 3 wins at the time. Not count, well, Oakland, KC, I think now Oakland's 3-3, and KC's now 5-2 or 4-2. There's just no good team. I mean, the best team is Philadelphia at 5-1, and Kansas City now 4-2, 5-2, something like that. And there's 2 undefeated teams, Cleveland and San Francisco. So it's really strange how bad the league is. A bunch of 2 and 3 teams. Most of the teams, they got so many injured players that you look at the list of injuries. There's 10 guys on the team. Nobody has an offensive line. There's not a lot of good quarterbacks in the league anyway. Besides Brady and Breeze, Rodgers is now hurt. Manning's okay. Phillip Rivers, very good. Denver's got nobody. I like Watson at Houston, but he's just baby right now. Wentz is average, and Mariota's terrible, and Winston's terrible. Goff's terrible. So all the new guys coming in, they're missing the boat. They're not playing Bryce Petty and the kid from Western Kentucky who's on the Dolphins. I mean, I love this. The Dolphins average 10 points a game, and they don't play Brandon Doherty. It's like he put up 40 a game at Western Kentucky. Can somebody tell me why they don't run the Western Kentucky offense, the Baylor offense that they ran for the last few years before they broke the team up? What is going on here? I mean, you've got. Let me count the teams. There's 13 teams that score less than 20 in the NFL. 13 out of 32. That's ridiculous. Almost half the teams can't score 20 points. What the heck's going on in this league? All these offensive coordinators should be fired. The GMs should be fired with these quarterback choices they make. I mean, it's just insane. They got such terrible quarterbacks. So. And all these good ones in college, and they're not drafting them. There should be a lot more of Washington State and Kales and these Texas quarterbacks, Texas Tech. Why aren't they in the league? Why aren't they playing? Patrick Mahomes, where's he? Why isn't he playing? Connor Cook, I don't know why he's not on a different team. I don't know, backing up Carr. And Carr gets hurt and he doesn't even play. They played the other kid. So I don't know what's wrong with Connor Cook. He's, very good quarterback. So anyway, it's a very weak league now. So it makes it extreme. So you either play a lot of games under, or when any of these teams are favored, you tease against them because they can't score. I mean, let's look at Miami. They score 12 points a game. And the NFL, with all these rules, so the defense can only be 5 yards away, they score 12 freaking points a game. And they give up 16. How they beat Atlanta, it just shows you how bad Steve Sarkisian is. He should be fired. He never should have been hired. The guy wasn't he a drunk at USC and he got kicked off, and now you got him as your offensive coordinator? This is the problem, right? Atlanta scores 30 a game last year. They're down to 24, and they got all the talent in the world. They haven't hit Julio Jones on a touchdown yet. It's unbelievable. So, so you see Miami favored, and you're going, who are they going to beat? Let's say this week they're playing the Jets. That's 3 points. Guys, by 9. How are they going to beat the Jets by 9? They can only score 12 a game. Maybe they get 15. The Jets put up really 17 on New England. Should have been 21 because the guy had the touchdown at the pylon. But it's unbelievable. So, anyway, it's just a very weak, a lot of weak offenses. And those are unders and those are bet against. Those are what's called weak favorite. A weak favorite is a team that doesn't score a lot. Now they're favored, so you tease against them. So let's say it's 4, you get 10 and a half points with a team that you can't score 20 points. So if your team's decent, has a decent quarterback and a decent defense and can score 10 points, you're going to win. And, so that's how you look at mediocrity and how you look at very weak, terrible league, very watered down, too many injuries. Everybody's so worried about, I got to rest my guys in the preseason, and now you don't have any team because, they all got injured because you can't go from not playing to let's go play 4 quarters and nobody's going to get hurt. So, it's just, the league's just really terrible now. Too many commercials, too many stops with the stupid instant replay. It's just hard to watch. If you took the betting out of it, I don't think anybody would watch the games. There's just too many commercials, too much stoppages. They score a touchdown, they kick the extra point, 5 minutes of commercial, they kick off, 5 more minutes of commercial. What are they, insane? I just flip the channel or I DVR it and, and I miss all that crap. I mean, it's terrible. Okay, so let's get to some picks. Miami and the Jets. Let's look at that series. This is a beautiful series. Miami, home favorite versus the Jets as a road dog. Well, let's look at it. In this series, The New York Jets and the dog are 10-0. They're 6-0, the last 6, 10-0 in Miami. The dog in the series is 18-3. And the Jets is the dog. So if the game's in New York or Miami, is 8-1 is the dog. You know, because sometimes the Jets are favored. So you have the Jets and the dog in Miami, 6-0, and of course 10-0. You've got Miami. Let's go to here. As a home favorite, is 4-1 if you play them, 5-0 against. Miami's 8-1 against if you play them in Miami, even as the dog if you bet against them. The Jets is a road dog, not too sexy. They're 4-5. They're not a great road dog, but in the series they're good. And you go back to 15 and bet against Miami as a home favorite, 9-1. Go back to 14, bet against Miami as a home favorite, 13-3. And the Jets, you know, they're 11-7 as a road dog. But it's in this game, so you have Miami, a terrible home favorite. You bet against them, you win. The Jets in the series, you play the dog. The Jets and the dog are 10-0 in the series. Team stats. Miami, as we said, they score 12 a game. They give up 16. How they beat Atlanta, I don't know, but Sarkisian should be fired before the head coach gets fired. And the Jets score 18, and they give up 21, so you don't score a lot on them, and they can score 18, and they put up really 24 or 21 against New England. That guy was in at the pylon. So anyway, so let's say 20. So there you go. So Miami scores 12, the Jets can score 20. The defenses, Miami's is a little bit better, but the way the Jets were moving the ball, they looked fine last week. You know, they don't look like this team tanking. I'll tell you that. They had New England 14-0. They do that this week against Miami. It's all over because Miami can't score. They can't score 21 in a game. So if the Jets get 14, it's all over for them. So take the Jets as the dog in this series. The dog is the play. 18-3 overall. Take the dog. In Miami, the Jets 10-0. The dog 10-0. It's a dogger. Take the Jets plus the 9.5, whatever you can get. Just, you know, you're over a touchdown. The next game is Tennessee -6 over Cleveland. Just because. Let's look at it. As long as Mariota plays, which I believe he is, Tennessee scores 24 a game, gives up 27. But here, Cleveland, Hogan's going to quarterback. Cleveland scores a whole 15 a game, gives up 26. See, they have a very weak defense. Now, if they were playing Miami, I'd say, well, maybe Miami will upset them. Or if they were playing Buffalo, they could upset them. Teams with really strong defenses. But you're looking at a team, Cleveland gives up 26. So even if Tennessee has a little problem, keep in mind, Tennessee needs the game because every team in the league is either 2-3 or 3-2. Cleveland's 0-6. Cleveland is our bitch. That's who we bet against. You need a team, you bet against them. I can go through the numbers again. Tennessee is a road favorite, 2-2, 3-1 against since 2016. And we know Cleveland, 5-6 is a home dog, 10-1 bet against, 21-1 bet against anytime Cleveland plays. The last 22 games, bet against them, 21-1. Let's go back to 15. I need to laugh some more. Tennessee's a road favorite, not really good, 2-3, 4-1 against. Here's Cleveland, a home dog, 8-8, 14-2 against, 33-5, 87% overall. So they're 88% as a home dog if you bet against them. 33-5 overall, anytime, anywhere, 87%. And I'll go back one more year because I really want to laugh. Tennessee still 2-3. Nothing. They weren't a road favorite that year. And Tennessee's just been getting better with Mariota, and they added DeMarco Murray, so they're getting the pieces together. So they're not a bad team. They're, you know, upper middle pack, probably a top 15 team. And here's Cleveland on the bottom. home dog 11-8. This is from 2014. Cleveland, a home dog, bet against 16-3, 84%. Overall, 46-8, 85% bet against Cleveland. Enough said. Here's where you have Tennessee lane 6. It's a small spread. As bad as Cleveland is, it's a small spread. I mean, you've got Tennessee even. Cleveland hasn't won this year. They played Pitt the first week, fairly good. Pitt again, psychotic. They almost lose to Cleveland. They lose at the Bears, and they beat Kansas City. I mean, go figure that out. So, with that said, you just look at it. So, you have a decent Tennessee team. They need to win at Cleveland. Shouldn't be, Cleveland might put a little oomph in the game, but Tennessee, with obviously the better talent, better quarterback, better defense, all over the place. Did I go into those? I don't know if I went into that number. I think I did. Yeah, Tennessee 24-20. Yeah, okay. So I said that. So anyway, so you have a team with a weak defense. Tennessee should score, should hold Cleveland down. All you need is a win, right? 0. So there you go. So there's your teaser. Take the Jets +9 in the series the dog and the Jets own. Take Tennessee even because you're betting against Cleveland. It's not that Tennessee's that great of a team, but they have enough with Mariota. Even if they run Murray 30 times, they're going to score 17, 20 points. And Cleveland, they'll probably score more because Cleveland has no defense. So that's what you're looking for. The upsets happen with the strong defense. Miami beat Atlanta. You had the Giants beating Denver. Both good defenses. I mean, here's the Giants defensively. I mean, the Giants they give up 22 a game. Well, that's not as good as I thought they were. Last year they were much better. I mean, here's the Giants 22. Miami's the 16th, so they were low. The Vikings, Seattle, Jacksonville, surprising with their stats. They're 26 offensive and 18 on defense. They're actually a +7 overall. I mean, so they're not Jacksonville. They're not Cleveland, right? And this is where you learn to get off of betting against Jacksonville because when you look at the numbers, they're better. I don't trust them as a favorite yet. And they're very, they're not really strong, especially as they keep making them a road favorite. This is a team that was a terrible road dog, but they're changing, they're changing. They get a new coach. They're playing more run and defense, more giant football. And that's what happens. And that's really how the good teams get good. They just go to the run and they play defense. And they break you down and you can't score a lot on them. You can see Jacksonville giving up to 18. So that's where your upsets come in. Not from Indy giving up 32 a game and New England, well, that's just a fluke with the injuries, 26. But look at Dallas, 26, and Arizona, 26, and Cleveland, 26. Detroit went from 10 to 24. The Bears used to have a great defense. Houston's 24 game. I mean, it's unbelievable. These good defensive teams normally are giving up 24, 26 points. And then you got Jacksonville giving up 18. I don't know. Anyway, there's your teaser. It's not a lock. The Jets, Tennessee. It's just hard to lock in the pro. I mean, yeah, San Diego's a great road dog. I locked that. And they play Oakland very well in the series. And New England had to win. So last week's lock made sense. I just don't see it this week. New England's got Atlanta. I can't lock against Atlanta with New England. New England has no secondary. Atlanta will light them up. But Atlanta just lost to Buffalo and Miami. I can't jump on Atlanta. I mean, that's how weird the season is. There's just no really strong team, and it's the teams that have the talent aren't playing. Green Bay loses See, now I'm mad. I lost the lock this week. I was going to lock Green Bay, New Orleans over. That's my favorite lock. Rodgers and Breeze, they're going to score 60 points. The over-under is going to be 54, and you go over 48, and it's over in the third quarter. And so I was more depressed about that. I lost my lock with Green Bay and the over. I had them the lock Green Bay and Dallas a couple weeks ago over. So when you see two good quarterbacks, it's an over. And when you see two crappy quarterbacks, which are most of the games, you just go under because they can't score 20 points a game. It's crazy. All right, everybody. Again, don't forget the special. For $100, you get everything. Normally it's $135. College, I've been red hot on. 3-1 on my locks last week. I had South Florida. I had the under in the Michigan State Minnesota game, and it was just such bad weather that it caused a lot of turnovers in the wrong place. They were losing it at their own 5, and then the other team had a 5-yard drive, and Minnesota brings in a new quarterback in the second half who looked good. Like, why isn't this guy starting? So it was just one of those things. And then I hit New England and San Diego. So 3-1 of my locks. They're still very hot. 4 college locks going this week. And one's huge, 15-star. One's 11-star. 2 other 11-unit plays. College is just really strong. You got the Penn State game, which I'm giving you the score. And then here you got the Jets and Tennessee. I got about 6 or 7 pro plays, and I'm waiting on the dog in the Denver-San Diego game. I mean, it went 1 to even, and I'd like to get more than 7 with one of the teams. I don't care. Just give me a 2-point favorite, will you? All right, everybody. www.teaserking.com. If you buy the pros, I'll give you the password for everything for the week. So just like instead of paying $135, you're paying the $100. Instead of buying the college for $75, you get the pros, and if there's a pro lock, then you're getting that for $25 instead of paying $100 for it. So it's a good value. And I give you a lot of picks. Like I said, I'm not like one of these handicappers that you get 2 picks with for your $40, and then you got to pay for more picks the next day and more picks the next day. So. Anyway, good luck. Have a great weekend. www.teaserking.com. Have a nice day.